Ravens fan, you need to stay tuned because what's happening behind the scenes with the team is absolutely concerning. We're talking about decisions that could directly affect the future of our team and impact the 2025 season. Can you imagine losing key pieces of the team, or even cutting important players to free up cap space? It seems like a distant scenario, but believe me, it's closer than you think. The choices being made right now could change the course of our championship pursuit and define the team we see on the field in the coming years. What are the Ravens going to do to balance the team while making sure the foundation remains strong? The situation is more tense than it seems, and every decision could be crucial for our success. Don't waste time because what I'm about to share here will make you rethink everything you know about the team's future. Will the necessary changes happen in time to turn things around? You won't want to miss this story. Stick with me until the end to discover how all of this can directly affect the Ravens season. Go Raven! Linebacker Kyle Van Noy was an important addition to the Ravens defense, but now, with the offseason upon us, the Ravens have to think about ways to adjust the cap to further strengthen the team. Van Noy has a significant $6.1 million impact on the 2025 cap, which could be a burden on the team, especially considering that they need space to renew contracts with key players and bring in new reinforcement. While he's performed his role competently, the Ravens know that financial flexibility could be key to improving in critical areas. If the team decides to cut Van Noy, it would still result in $1.6 million in dead money. But this wouldn't stop the Ravens from saving around $4.5 million immediately. That amount could be essential for the moves the team plans to make during the offseason, with so many needs in other areas like the offensive line or secondary defense. Freeing up the space could be a smart move, allowing the team to target new players or reinforce the roster with impactful additions. However, cutting Van Noy, a seasoned and leadership player, could raise questions. He's not the most expensive player on the team, but his presence and experience are valuable both in the locker room and on the field. The key to the Ravens' choice will be balancing the cost-benefit and deciding whether the saved value could be better invested in another position, or if Van Noy's leadership will be essential for building the 2025 team. With all this in mind, the Ravens will need to consider whether cutting Van Noy is truly the best option or if restructuring his contract would be more advantageous. The cap impact is one of the biggest factors, but the team also needs to think about team cohesion and the future of their defense. If the Ravens go ahead with Van Noy's release, the next step will be to assess other possible departures, such as Arthur Mallett, who could also free up good cap space. In addition to Kyle Van Noy, another player who might be on the chopping block is cornerback Arthur Mallett. Mallett has been a viable option in the defensive rotation, but the truth is, he doesn't have the same impact on the team as other key players. With the team facing financial challenges, the Ravens may decide to cut Mallett to free up more cap space. If this happens, the team would save up to $2.5 million before June 1st, 2025, which could be crucial in strengthening the team. The decision to release Mallett wouldn't be a surprise, considering he hasn't been a standout player. While he's shown some versatility and served as a depth option on the roster, his departure wouldn't drastically affect the Ravens' defense. This saved money could be used to improve the team in other areas, like bolstering the pass rush or offensive line, which are critical points for the team next season. So, cutting Mallett could be a way to free up financial space without major losses on the field. However, cutting a player like Mallett also brings up some concern. The team would be sacrificing depth in the defense, which could be problematic in case of injury. But with the team having other cornerbacks and potential reinforcements at the position, Mallett's departure might be a viable solution. Additionally, the financial flexibility would be a significant gain for the Ravens when seeking new talent in the free agent market or for restructuring contracts of more valuable players. Thus, Mallett's release is a strategic financial move that could benefit the team in the long term. The question is whether the team is willing to sacrifice more defensive depth for substantial saving. This decision will become even more relevant when we look at Mark Andrews' situation, as he has a high cap hit for 2025 and maybe the next major name to be discussed. Mark Andrews is one of the cornerstones of the Ravens' offense, and his presence on the team is undeniably valuable. However, his financial situation for 2025 could present a major dilemma for the team. With a cap hit of around $17 million, the impact of his presence on the roster weighs heavily on the team's budget. If the Ravens decide to cut or trade Andrews, they would save up to $11 million, which could be used to strengthen other areas like the defense or the offensive line, which need attention for next year. Of course, Andrews is one of the most important players on the team, and releasing him would not be an easy decision. He is one of Lamar Jackson's primary targets and has been a crucial part of the Ravens' offensive scheme. However, the $17 million cap hit is a significant amount, and freeing up that money could allow the team to make bolder moves in the free agent market or restructure key player contracts to reinforce the foundation of the roster. The question is, what's more important for the Ravens? Keeping one of their top targets and locker room leaders, or freeing up the space to build a more complete team? Negotiating Andrews could also be an alternative. While this would mean losing a valuable player, trading him for draft picks or other players might be a way to optimize the cap without completely losing the talent he brings. The decision to keep or trade Andrews goes beyond immediate financial value. It directly affects the offensive dynamic of the team. And the crucial question is, do the Ravens believe they can find a worthy replacement or improve other areas of the team in ways that would make Andrews' departure worthwhile? In the end, the Ravens will need to carefully weigh the pros and cons of keeping Andrews. Freeing up $11 million could be tempting, but it could also affect the offensive performance of the team. With these major financial decisions in mind, the Ravens also need to manage the rest of their contracts, restructuring some to ensure that the team has a strong roster in 2025. Well, we're past the halfway point of the video, but before we continue, I notice you haven't hit the like button yet. It's super important for YouTube to keep recommending my videos to you, so I can continue bringing you all this content. It's free, so go ahead and hit that like button. Thanks. Now, let's continue. Strategic management of contracts will be crucial for the Ravens throughout the offseason. With the need to adjust the cap to ensure flexibility, the team will need to make smart decisions on how to manage the contracts of existing players. Restructuring deals may be a viable option, allowing the team to keep important players, like Lamar Jackson and others, while freeing up space for new reinforcements. By doing so, the Ravens can ensure the team remains competitive, even amid financial difficulty. Restructuring contracts enables the team to reduce immediate cap hits by spreading the costs over the coming years. This gives the Ravens the opportunity to make key additions to the team without sacrificing the quality of the current roster. Moreover, this maneuver helps preserve locker room chemistry and maintain a strong core, which is crucial for long-term success. However, restructurings come with a cost, as the team will be creating financial obligations for future years, which must be carefully planned to avoid harming future finances. In addition, cap management also involves identifying which players have higher contracts and deciding whether they're still worth the cost. Players like Van Noy and Mallett could be cut to free up more space, but the key is ensuring that the savings are well spent on areas that will truly make a difference on the field. Every financial decision needs to be carefully calculated to ensure the team can balance its current players with new talent efficiently. Ultimately, strategic contract management is not just about cutting players, but making smart decisions to ensure the team remains strong and competitive. The ability to free up cap space while maintaining a cohesive team will be essential for the quest for more success in the 2025 season. The Ravens' biggest task this offseason will be balancing the retention of their most important players with the need for financial flexibility to strengthen the team. They know that keeping stars like Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, and other key players is critical to success, but they also need cap space to bring in new talent. Finding this balance will be key to the team's competitiveness in 2025, allowing the Ravens to strengthen their core while also looking for new additions to the roster. Financial flexibility will enable the Ravens to bring in impact players from the free agent market or even re-sign other players essential to the team's dynamic. If the team can cut contracts of less essential players and restructure those with higher value, they'll be able to afford to pursue the pieces needed for a more complete team. With a combination of strategies, the Ravens can keep their core players and still reinforce areas that need attention. Of course, none of these decisions will be easy, especially when it comes to cutting or negotiating valuable players. The impact of decisions like releasing Van Noy, Mallett, or even Andrews will be significant, but the key is making these moves with a clear plan for the future. The team's financial management will be a chess game where every move must be carefully thought out to ensure the team comes out stronger for the next season. The Ravens' strategy in the offseason will be crucial to their success in 2025. If the team can strike the right balance between retaining their key players and adding new pieces, the season could be promising for a Ravens fan. So, Ravens fan, it's clear that the decisions being made now are crucial for the team's future. Cap space will be critical to keep key players and still strengthen the roster with new signing. The question is, will the right choices be made to ensure the team has the strength to win the title in 2025? What do you think about all this? Will the Ravens take the necessary steps to keep the team competitive, or will we see some surprises in the roster? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because I want to hear what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates about the Baltimore Ravens and everything that could impact our next season. See you in the next video.